Have you ever asked yourself, what are the customs and traditions in Saudi Arabia? Well, let me tell you. Customs and traditions in Saudi Arabia are very diverse, as each region has its own customs, but in general, there are things that are agreed upon. The most prominent customs and traditions of marriage in Saudi Arabia is Henna party. It is called the farewell night or the night of the emergent, and it's a party that precedes the wedding night in which the bride and the participants in the party are henna. As henna is a sign of a good luck as it's placed on the bride's hands and feet, and the bride wears a colorful embroidered dress and gold jewelry. Wedding party. The wedding day is celebrated in two separated places, as men and women are separated. Then the bride and groom sit in front of their guests in the women's hall, and they exchange their engagement rings from the right ring finger to the left ring finger to indicate that they are now married. The most important things that the wedding party includes are the following. Clothes. The bride wears a white dress and the groom wears the traditional Saudi dress, and this dress is worn on special occasions and major celebrations. Al-Arda. Al-Arda is a sword dance, where men dance in their hall by raising and lowering swords to the beat of drums, and this traditional dance is performed at celebrations and festivals. Food. A long feast is served to women and men at the wedding containing different and varied dishes. Food. The traditional Saudi breakfast is very simple. It may consist dates and coffee or bread with cheese. Lunch. All types of meat are basic components of a lunch meal along with rice, legumes, and vegetables. One of the most famous lunch tables in Saudi Arabia is kabsa, whose famous has exceeded the borders of the kingdom. As for dinner, Saudis usually prefer soup with tamiz bread, or some tend to fast food, and the threed meal is considered one of the most prominent Saudi dishes for dinner, and it's served with a thin piece of bread. Clothing. The clothing and fashion of men and women in Saudi Arabia across the 5 geographical regions that make up the country has undergone developments and changed over 3 decades since the founding of the Saudi state. The customs of the central region included the clothes designated for men and women, and the first custom designated for men consists of the saba, ritra, diqla, basht al-burqa, and thawb. For women, shila and thawb. The customs of the northern region consist of several pieces which are iqal, ritra, basht, thawb, mrawdan. For women, al-makruna, shila, and mahawthab. The southern custom consists of the following: isaba, thawb, bidi, and for women, ashila, al-marisha, and thawb muganna. The official clothing of the eastern region is as follows: iqal muqassab, ghitra, thawb mrawdan, diqla, and for women, darra'a and thawb al-nashl. In the western region, iqal, muqassab, ghitra, basht, thawb mrawdan, and for women, mahrama wa mdawwara, thawb dair wa manthur, and zabrun.